So Richard came on WFO a few weeks ago. You familiar with that?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. And we caused a little bit of a stir, which I'm proud of. A bunch of stories and articles got written. And I was really happy that Richard, I'm excited about what he told us about the venture into Top Fuel with you as the driver. But we haven't heard from you about it just yet. So, I've got 100 probing questions, but just like you're on the journey, right? Like this sounds so exciting to me. What about you?
It's very exciting. So Richard was not obviously supposed to open his mouth, but it's really cool that he did it on your show. So my phone was like blowing up and I'm just getting all these text messages. I was in the middle of something and I looked at it and there were like probably 75, 100 messages on it. And I'm like, oh my God, I hadn't even told my dad yet that we were talking about maybe doing this because I don't really get excited about things. The way I protect myself, I just don't get excited until they come to fruition. So I'm like, I didn't even tell my dad. He's like, what the hell is going on here? So it was definitely interesting to kind of iron all of that stuff out. But yeah, I mean, we've been working on it. We've been talking about it. Richard's purchased a couple of chassis. He's bought a couple of rigs. We're obviously not going to do it unless we do it right. Like we do everything at Elite Motorsports with the best equipment money can buy and the smartest, best people. So we have a long way to go to assemble the rest of the program, but it is something that we are obviously working on. We're seeking marketing partners for that operation. We're not going to take from our pro stock operation because it's our bread and butter. And yeah, so that's kind of the plan in a nutshell. I'll drive both, and it'll be fun and crazy, and I'm sure I'll be exhausted.
Yeah, but you're always hustling. You're moving around, moving and grooving. I am so excited about it, and we talked about it at the beginning. Both love pro stock, but that makes us not unique, but we're not in the majority that we love pro stock the most, and the nitro cars get so much attention. So I'm excited. I want to know, are you excited for a new challenge? And talk a little bit about the challenge of driving a Top Fuel dragster.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. Obviously, I grew up racing with Sean Langdon and Leah and J.R. Todd, so I've talked to them a lot about it. I went in Norwalk and sat in Sean's car, and then I sat in Justin Ashley's car to kind of get the feel of open canopy versus canopy. Because I have to make the decision on which one I want to drive, and I have no idea. Like I've never driven one of them, so the only dragster that I've been in is a super comp car and a top dragster back in the day. I've got my alcohol funny car license, but that's about and obviously pro mod, but that's about as fast as I've been. So I am excited about it. I feel like, I've been racing pro stock for 21 years and we've accomplished a lot in that class. And I'm definitely up for a new challenge and a change of pace. And, the nitro classes get a ton more exposure and attention, and that's okay too. So I think it would be really great for our marketing partners to, go down that avenue. So there's a lot of things that are really exciting about it. But I think the coolest part about it is how much Richard loves our sport and how he sees things changing and people stepping away and passing away. And he wants to kind of continue, like we don't need 12 and 14 nitro cars. We need full fields, just like we tried to make pro stock better after the rule change. Our car counts were pretty low, and we got together with KB and we made it to where we had full fields. And now we've got, 20, 25 cars at every event. So we've really changed pro stock, and Richard kind of wants to dabble in the nitro ranks as well. So I think it says a lot about him and how much he loves our sport and wants to see it grow, because that's what's at the forefront of his mind. It's not really like he doesn't like nitro. He says they're really loud and they stink, but he wants to keep the sport going in the right direction and obviously expand on our elite empire.
Yeah. No, it's just shaking up the apple cart, right? Pro stock world champion, and you've been racing against, the Jason Lines and the Greg Andersons and the Matt Hartfords, and I find it all to be very exciting. But all of a sudden, the idea that Erica Enders could stage up against Doug Coletta, the fact that Erica Enders could stage up against Steve Torrence or Brittany Force, that just is a bit of a mind freak. Have you thought about like that layer? I know it's kind of far out there, but who it would be exciting to stage up against in a Top Fuel car?
Oh, yeah. I think it'll be a whole new bag of worms. I mean, I go from having 10,000 runs in a car to having 0. So all of my experience goes out the window and I become a rookie. And, I'm a student of the game and I want to be the very best I can at everything I do. So, I think teaming up with the right group of people is going to be crucial, and picking the person that is going to coach me is going to be crucial. And obviously I'm going to make some runs in an alcohol dragster and just to kind of get caught up with the speed and whatnot. And, Steve-O's been really helpful. And he says like generally like 50 runs before you actually catch up to the car. So I know that it's definitely going to be a true challenge, but I know that we're up for it. I'm up for it. I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to sit here like a lot of people do and say, oh yeah, I'm coming out and I'm going to win 5 races in the world championship. Listen, I want to be really good at what I do. I want to not get hurt. I want to not catch on fire. I want to have a lot of fun with it. So I'm just going to take it as like a new step and something that I can be excited about instead of just like the same old thing all the time, and do the best I can with it. So I don't have any super crazy expectations. I just want to do a good job and make my guys proud.
I'm excited to hear you say that. I know you're going to do well, right? That shifting a pro stock car, you're dealing with a lot of input rapidly. You might not be traveling quite as fast. You're the pro modified speed record holder still, 260 miles an hour. You've been fast. I think it's going to be fun and a great exercise for everybody to see how it all goes. And I think it's going to be great for the sport of NHRA drag racing. Speaking of NHRA, like when Richard came on, like there were a lot of people that said, oh, they're never going to let him run both. And I don't know what the status of those conversations are. I know that you guys have been working together. Has that evolved at all since Richard kind of made it public?
Yeah, it's obviously been talked about. We're not going to make huge investments if that rule is not going to be changed, but that's the ball's in NHRA's court and that's their announcement to make. So I'm not going to step on any toes there, but you can just read between the lines and know that we're not going to be moving forward with something that we're not allowed to do. So it's in our plans to run both. If I can't run both, I will only run pro stock. I'm not leaving pro stock to run a Top Fuel dragster. It's just not. I don't care for it that much. So we're going to keep doing both, and people can keep talking crap and think they know things, and we'll see what happens when the doors open in 2025.
They think they know a lot. They think they know so much.
They do.
They do.
Right from their couch. They think they know everything.
I